Good evening, everyone. So, today I warmly welcome all of you for the new group class, and this is the introductory session. So, today I'm planning to give you a small overview about the conduct of our advanced spoken English for professionals class. So, as this is a spoken English class, we are mainly focusing on the practical part of the language. So, we will not be covering English from the very basics. So this class is actually very ideal for someone who could speak English up to a certain extent. That means who could manage, but who is willing to improve from that point onwards. This is the best opportunity for y'all because here during the complete 2 hours, we are not doing lessons. We are mostly doing practical sessions. So throughout those practical sessions, we will be correcting your mistakes on the spot. So I will show you some exercises that I am doing in class so that you will get an understanding how this is exactly conducted. So every day we will be taking one sort of a topic and every student is given the opportunity to speak. So they can prepare themselves and present an answer in the class. And after that explanation is over, we will be correcting their weaknesses on the spot. So let's say now I will show you one example. This is one of the topics that we have recently completed. So let's say this is a random topic. Just let's say how you have celebrated one of your family events. So you just have to talk about it. And we are checking how long can you talk and what are the words that you are using and if your sentences are grammatically correct and does it sound very fluent. So without us, ums. So that is what we are trying to do here. And afterwards, the second part, we will be doing a small discussion. It's like a question and answer session. So I'm just asking like general questions from class. So each and every person can share their opinions. So unknowingly, you will be sharing your English knowledge as well because when some questions are asked, we will be checking how you are going to answer these questions. And most of these are done in English, like totally our class is conducted in English. But if you all have any issues, that means if you have some difficulty understanding some of the lessons, now let's say ඕගොල්ලන්ට මං කියන දේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මොන හරි කොටසක් අන්න ඒ කොටස අපි සිංහලෙන් explain කරනවා. Other than that, the class is completely conducted in English. And apart from those, now some students have, even though they speak English, some of them don't know the proper word to use at the proper instant. ඒ කියන්නේ අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට සමහරවිට වචන එන්නේ නැහැ. So මේවට අපි මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන් activity. So mostly the more practice, ඒ කියන්නේ practice කරන තරමටම English එකේ touch එකේ ඉන්න තරමටම තමයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට improvement එකක් දකින්න ලැබෙන්නේ. So I will repeat it throughout the 2 hours every week. So we are having our classes from 7:30 to 9:30. During those 2 hours, it is completely practical. And once in a while, we will be doing conversations as well. Now, let's say, for example, you are going to a bank and you need to apply for a credit card. So, ඒ වගේ situation එකකට ඕගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද face කරන්නේ? With the bank officer. So let's say there are two people role play එකක් වගේ. සමහර අය questions අහලා තිබ්බා. Teacher අපි role plays කරනවද? එහෙම වුණොත් කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා. So the students who had those questions, this is the answer. So sometimes I'll be giving you the conversation, but you have to talk from your end, right? So let's say the bank officer and the customer, and you have no idea about bank accounts or finance or how these credit cards are working. So this conversation, the one that I'm giving, you will understand, okay, these sort of questions are asked and this is how I'm going to answer. And for each and every specific topic, there are like specific words, specific vocabulary that you can use. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ අවස්ථාවෙන් අවස්ථාවට ඒකටම ආවේනික වෙච්ච වචන ටිකක් තියෙනවා. So හැම class එකේ මේ conversation එකෙන් පස්සේ අපිට තියෙනවා expressions used in today's session. ඒ කියන්නේ අද දවසේ අපි අලුතෙන් ඉගෙන ගත්ත වචන ටික මොනවාද? Mostly දැන් ගොඩක් අයට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න තමයි අලුත් වචනයක් ඉගෙන ගත්තත් ඒක පාවිච්චි කරන්න දන්නේ නැහැ. මේ ක්ලාස් එකේ තියෙන විශේෂත්වය තමයි the speciality in this class is once you learn a new word, I will be teaching you how to use this in a real life conversation. That means how do you use these words in sentences. So I will be giving examples all the time. Can සමහර කෙනෙක් කියන මම වෙච්චර වචන ගානක් දන්නවා. හැබැයි කතා කරන්න ගියාම මට කතා කරගන්න බෑ. ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ගොඩක් අයට තියෙනවා මේ ඉෂුව එක ලංකාවේ අයට. Y'all tend to create your sentences in Sinhala in your mind and then you try to translate it word by word. ඒ කියන්නේ වචනෙන් වචනේ translate කරලා තමයි ඒක ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට හරවගන්නේ. ඒක සක්සස්ෆුල් මෙතඩ් එකක් නෙමෙයි. මොකද සමහර වෙලාවට අපිට මේ සිංහල තියෙන වාක්‍ය රටාව ඉංග්‍රීසි වල වාක්‍ය රටාවත් එක්ක ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක ටැලි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට අපිට වෙනම sentence patterns තියෙනවා. So first thing that you all have to practice and you have to familiarize yourself with these sentence patterns in English language. So ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවටම ආවේනික වෙච්ච වාක්‍ය රටා ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වාක්‍ය රටා වලටම ආවේනික වෙච්ච usages තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මේ වාක්‍ය රටාව ගත්තොත් ඒක අපිට අවස්ථා තුනක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. So ගොඩක් අයට තියෙන issue එක තමයි මේ අවස්ථා මොනවද කියලා අඳුරගෙන නැහැ. අපි දැන් කිව්වා present tense, past tense, present perfect, past perfect මේ නම් වලින් ගොඩාක් එක එක જાති තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ එක specific sentence structure එක අපි කොයි වගේ අවස්ථාවලද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. So that will be taught in our class. So no matter how many words you know, no matter how many sentence structures you know, I will be teaching you the practical usage of it. And also, let's say if you are planning to migrate, so some of you all have to face IELTS. So a student who is preparing for IELTS, this will be definitely an ideal option to polish up your spoken part of the language. අපි ඒ වගේම similar activities මේ class එකේදීත් කරනවා. ඕගොල්ලන්ට impromptu speech ඒ කියන්නේ එවල හිතලා එවල කතා කරන්නත් කොහොමද කියලා අපි පුරුදු කරනවා. And apart from our normal practice sessions, how to face an interview and also how to talk about your relevant educational experiences and work experience. All of that is taught here. And also ගොඩක් අයට තියෙන issue එකක් තමයි public speech. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි කාහරි සෙනග audience එකක් ඉස්සරහා කතා කරද්දි බයයි. කොච්චර අපි day to day phone එකේ කතා කළත් එහෙම කතා කළත් audience එකක් ඉස්සරහා කතා කරද්දි අපිට වචන පැටලෙනවා, දාඩිය දානවා. So ඒ වගේ issues ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. So all of those will be practiced here in this session, and all our classes are conducted online. Sessions are conducted from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So if you need further details, you can send me a WhatsApp message and get those details as well. So if you have any questions, you can ask. And also one more thing. So for the upcoming class, the course fee will be 12,000 and the course duration is 2 months. That means we are going to cover 8 classes. If you have any further questions, you can ask. There's something that I forgot to mention in the beginning. All the recordings, study material, vocabulary, everything needed is provided. So you don't have to make any notes during class. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොත් අරගෙන ලියලා පොත් එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. material ඔක්කොම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට WhatsApp එක හරහා නැත්නම් email එකකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගෙන්න ගන්න පුළුවන්. And we will be covering 8 weeks of practical speech. So that means spoken English is covered. So some students have asked again, what is the plan and the syllabus covering? So I just mentioned what it is. So please refer the recording so you can get an understanding about it. So basically, we are doing the practical part of the language. So this is a spoken English class. ඒ කියන්නේ English කතා කරන්න පුරුදු කරන්නේ. So not from basics, but then this is also specially designed for professionals and undergraduates. That means students and working people who need English every day. And also the people who have plans of migrating, or if you are planning to study abroad, this is an ideal option. And so here we are discussing about the group class, but if your requirement is an individual class, that is also provided. But you have to talk to me personally and reserve a slot for that. Apart from that, our group classes are conducted on weekdays from 7:30 to 9:30. Yeah. Right. So some of the students, most of them actually ask this. If you are composing an email, so there are different ways, because sometimes you have to speak formally. So how is it done? So in our class, we will be conducting sessions like that. And also, if you are a person who needs to speak in English day-to-day basis, that means for daily conversation, what are the phrases that you want to use? And also, if you are a person who is working in an office, so we have customized lessons. So I can't share all the material. I'm just sharing a few of those. So if you feel like this is the ideal class for you, you can contact me and join. So the classes are conducted on weekdays from 7:30 to 9:30. The course fee is 12,000 and the duration is 2 months. That means we are covering 8 weeks. Yeah, so if you have any further questions, you can talk. You can send your messages on the Zoom chat and I'll be able to answer. Yes, so if the students still have issues with the sentence structures, the patterns, that is also taught in the class. Yeah, so during now, normally our classes are conducted 2 hours every week. So each group gets 2 hours every week. That is how it is conducted. Because even if we try to do it on 2 days, students can't actually reserve 2 days every week. That's why we have dedicated each group 2 hours every week. Yes, recordings are available for each class. So today's session is also recorded. Just like that, the study material, recordings, and other material, everything is shared weekly. So even if you get late to join the class or even if you miss the session, you don't have to worry about it because all the recordings and study material is, everything is shared. And even after that, if you still have issues, you can personally contact me and get help. අද ක්ලාස් එක මිස් වුණා කියලා ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඒක රෙකෝඩින් එකයි අදාළ ඒ ස්ටඩි මටීරියල් ඔක්කොම ෂෙයා වෙනවා. ඒක බලලත් ඔයාලට ඉෂුස් තියෙනවා නම් මට personally contact කළාම මම ඒ අවශ්‍ය දේවල් ටික ඒ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ට cover කරනවා. So you don't have to worry about the recordings or not being able to present in the class. That is covered. Details about individual classes. So if you need individual classes, please, you can send me a WhatsApp message or talk to me over this number. I can provide you the details then. Individual classes, it is conducted differently. So normally individuals on weekdays, individual classes are conducted before 7:30 because on all the weekdays after 7:30 only group classes are conducted. So before 7:30, you can make time if you need to attend an individual class or during the weekend. So about the rates and all that, you can discuss with me over the phone, or you can send me a WhatsApp message mentioning your requirement and the days that you are available. So I can check it with my schedule and allocate time for an individual class. So if that's your requirement, some students have asked about that also. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate. You can send your questions in the Zoom chat and I'll be answering them. So thank you so much everyone for joining the introductory session. If you have any further questions, you can talk to me over that number. So I'm hoping to see you all in our next class. So thank you again. I will see you soon.